I'm going to use my finance degree and go start a business or get a normal job and live a peaceful life back at home in America.
Johnny Somali, he can't go get a regular job now. He can't go do anything else. He has no skills. He has nothing else. He has no money.
I think if I get sent to prison again, I'm going to go psycho. There's no more Ramsey at that point. I feel like
What is his life now? What is his life now? Where is he going to go? What other country can he stream in? Yeah, I will see you in the jail cell.
Now he's finding out actions have consequences. Guilty to 6 of the 8 charges so far and could face up to 20 years in prison for those alone.
Minimum and maximum sentences, sometimes upwards of decades. This man is in big trouble.
Johnny Somali has just officially ended his career. Yes, you heard that right. Even if by some impossible miracle he managed to escape South Korea, people would still ask the same question. Is Johnny Somali's career still alive? The truth is, it's not. He isn't old yet, but his reputation and career are already gone. We've seen influencers in the past who served years behind bars and somehow came back to rebuild themselves. Wes Watson, for example, spent 10 years in a California state prison and later created a multi-million-dollar brand as a motivational coach. But let's be honest here, there is almost no chance Johnny Somali can follow the same path. His downfall isn't just about prison. It's about trust, reputation, and the fact that nobody is willing to support him anymore. Right now, he's facing massive backlash in South Korea. He has been slapped with 6 criminal charges, nearly guaranteeing at least 5 years behind bars. On top of that, there are 2 more charges connected to deepfake content, where he has pleaded not guilty. Altogether, this case has snowballed into something huge. Some reports even say that if the court pushes for harsher sentencing, Johnny Somali could face up to 20 years in prison.
Johnny Somali, he films himself traveling abroad being a massive a-hole for views, and now he's finding out actions have consequences. He's been stuck in South Korea since December, and he's now pled guilty to 6 of the 8 charges so far and could face up to 20 years in prison for those alone.
Now, will he actually receive the full 20 years? That will be up to the South Korean legal system. But here's the bigger point. Whether it's 5 years or 20, Johnny Somali's future looks bleak either way. First of all, he can't just walk out of South Korea. Escaping isn't an option. Legal experts have pointed this out clearly. No matter what happens, there's no real path forward for him. Even if he managed to get out early, his career is already destroyed.
Right? But like Truvecki did percussion says for 2 Canadian, I'm not a lawyer, but I think Ramsey is salamied, right? Yes, he indeed is. He indeed is. That is a factual statement. That look, even if Ramsey, let's pretend that Ramsey gets away with a little bit of time behind bars, maybe a couple months. Let's pretend in a magical world that's not going to exist. Let's pretend he gets like 3 months in a Korean prison, 3 months in a Korean prison, and a huge fine, and he gets out. What is his life now? What is his life now? Where is he going to go? What other country can he stream in? What other India? He said India. Good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that. Come down here to Southeast Asia. Yeah, I will see you in the jail cell. Right?
Streaming platforms won't touch him, countries won't welcome him, and audiences won't take him seriously. Some people have speculated. What if Johnny Somali only serves a short sentence, maybe a few months? What if he pays a big fine and walks free? Well, even in that magical scenario, the question remains, what's left for him after that? What country is going to let him set up shop and start streaming again? India? Southeast Asia? Good luck. Every place he goes, the trouble he caused will follow him. Experts are also raising another issue. Johnny Somali doesn't have real-world skills. He can't get a proper job.
We already saw that with the one minor streamer down here who was messing around, and as soon as I called him out, not only did he go silent, but he fled to another country because he knew the heat was on him, and the people were looking for him. People were looking for him, if you know what I'm saying. We all know, right? So people are learning, FAFO. And Johnny Somali, he can't go get a regular job now. He can't go do anything else. He has no skills. He has nothing else. He has no money. No clout. He's going to be irrelevant. He's replaced. He was always replaceable. The only thing he's fun for now is how long he's going to be in the fields. And then he's done. His life is done.
He doesn't have money saved up, no long-term business, no fallback plan. Without clout, without streaming, and without support, survival looks almost impossible. We've seen smaller streamers in the past run into legal trouble and quickly disappear. Once the heat is on, the audience moves on. And that's exactly what's happening to Johnny Somali. He was always replaceable. Now that he's facing real consequences, nobody is sticking around. Some had even speculated about him trying to move to China or starting fresh somewhere else. But those plans are nothing but fantasies. The reality is simple. Johnny Somali is likely going to spend the rest of his prime years locked up.
He is in big trouble. The last time we checked in on him, he was trying to leave South Korea, but now it's been months and he has not been allowed to leave. He is banned from traveling. He's banned from leaving the country. This man has racked up charge after charge after charge after charge. And it's not just silly stuff like being annoying by carrying a dirty fish around the street. It's serious charges that carry minimum and maximum sentences, sometimes upwards of decades. This man is in big trouble.
This isn't the same Johnny Somali, who once got away with streaming stunts in other countries. This time, the system has caught him, and it's not letting go. So what does Johnny Somali himself have to say? Before all this went down, he claimed that if he ever escaped his situation, he'd leave streaming behind and get a proper job.
Even if I did shut it off and say I quit this Johnny Somali character, I'm just going to go back to being Ramsey. I'm going to use my finance degree and go start a business or get a normal job and live a peaceful life back at home in America. I feel like I've had so many experiences that have been life-changing, and the resiliency it's given me, like, really what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I've been through a lot of shit, and I feel like if I quit, what was the point of it?
On the surface, that sounds reasonable, but let's be honest. Johnny Somali has a long history of saying one thing and doing the opposite. Trusting his words now is nearly impossible. Think back to when he compared himself to people like Wes Watson, saying he had life-changing experiences and resilience that made him stronger. He hinted at possibly starting his own streaming agency for newcomers. But the reality is, his chances of succeeding in that are slim to none. Nobody wants to associate with him anymore. Even worse, Johnny Somali himself admitted in the past that if he were sent to prison again, he'd lose control.
I think if I get sent to prison again, I'm gonna go psycho. And I think at that point, there's no more Ramsey at that point. I feel like I'll go crazy.
Claiming he suffers from bipolar disorder or even CTE from years of fighting. But many believe these statements are just another form of manipulation, a way to play the victim, gain sympathy, and keep people hooked on his drama.
I feel like I have some kind of CTE. Not only am I bipolar, but now I feel like I have some kind of CTE. How many times I've been punched in the head? Maybe it affected the part of my brain that has like the self-preservation or the fear part, you know? Because I'm really not scared of anything. There's a fear of the unknown. I've been in foreign prison before, and if I have to do it again, I will.
The truth is, Johnny Somali's so-called fearlessness is nothing but reckless behavior. He has bragged about escaping prisons before, but this time he's facing a system that doesn't play games. South Korea isn't going to let him slip through the cracks. When we add everything up, the conclusion becomes clear. Johnny Somali's career is finished. His reputation is destroyed beyond repair. Even if he were released tomorrow, he'd never regain the position he once had. The streaming world has already moved on without him. And that's the sad reality of this situation. Johnny Somali didn't just lose his freedom, he lost his career, his future, and the trust of an audience that once fueled his rise. So what do you think? Can Johnny Somali ever make a comeback, or is this truly the end of his story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.